Hey peoples, Fatal Strike here again with day 32 of Project Orc and Goblins. July 2nd, 2012, my continuation of the June painting challenge. I'm extending it until an undetermined date, which is going to be when I've finished all my models, my Orc and Goblin models, which could be a while. And I don't know if I'm going to record every day. I'm going to try to, or maybe I'm going to take some breaks, you know. Especially like days like this. Today I'm kind of tired and it's near the end of the day, so. But still, I just wanted to record today to, you know, show my progress. Anyways, enough of that. In front of you, I just really wanted to show you guys the size comparison of my units in the Orc and Goblin army, starting with the biggest being the giant, of course, obviously. And he's not as big as the plastic giant they have now, so think of another. If I ever get the other giant, I'm gonna do another size comparison. Let me bring you guys to these 5, the greenskins of the size comparison. And I already showed you the guy on the right, which is the Savage Orc Big Boss, and I compared him with a regular Orc boy, not the one that I have in this video, but you can tell that, you know, being a boss, you have to be bigger. And in the Orc and Goblin rules, they have a rule that size matters. So, and usually bigger orcs or bigger goblins like Grom the Punch lead the armies, and have the orcs with better prowess and skill lead the armies. And this is just the Savage Orc Big Boss is just, this model especially shows that, you know, with size and his dynamic pose and, you know, difference. Too bad I don't have a Savage Orc for you guys. I'm not planning to get any Savage Orcs for my army because I want a more atypical army, you know, or different. I want a more fluffy type army, I would say, but still have, you know, be competitive. Next in line in size is the Orc boy / biggin. I'm using as I said, I'm using these guys as biggins, and yeah, he's pretty tough looking, but not as big as the Savage Orc Big Boss, obviously, and rightfully so. Third guy is the Goblin. I painted this guy today. I started painting my goblins today. I have 2 others that I'm going to show you in a minute. And he's, you know, he's still bigger. The Goblin is still bigger than the Night Goblin, and obviously the Snotling. And I kind of, you know, like that, because in the rules and the fluff, kind of, the Night Goblins are more cowardly, and they're always in the dark, so you would think that they're more malnourished. I don't know the complete Goblin and Orc anatomy, but I guess being away in the sun kind of makes them shrink, and being in, you know, underground, the gravity's different, pressure's different, so it makes sense that the Night Goblins are smaller than the regular goblins, in my opinion. On your far left, oh well, there's the Night Goblin, who I just talked about, and then on the far left, next to his ride, his pimped out ride, is Snotling, and they're the smallest of the bunch in fluff and in models, and they're not as smart. They're like dogs like little pet dogs for the orcs. And you might notice that this Snotling has a helmet on, and it's good because he's driving this crazy thing, and he's drinking like some crazy mushroom fanatic brew. So he is crazy, and it's good that he has a helmet so he can be safe. And I got this helmet, this dinosaur looking kind of helmet, from the Savage Orc Big Boss, and I didn't really feel the need for the Savage Orc Big Boss to have him on the model. It's on his like leg, and it's, I think, on the back leg, so you can't really see it anyway, so and it just fit with the fluff of the not like driving this thing. So anyways, let me show you really quickly the other two models I painted today. And I started pretty late painting, actually. Just remove these guys so I don't have the later. I painted the champion and the musician, and I'm facing him backwards just so I can show you the back of his body. And I used brassy brass, I mean, from the Vallejo, and green obviously for the skin. It's not green. Dark Angel's green, and the red like the rest of my army, the Red Hun army. And you might notice though that they don't have any blue on them, and the reason why I didn't want to paint these guys in the typical blue-red scheme of the rest of my Orc and Goblin army, the Red Hood tribe, is because I wanted them to be like a separate group of goblins who kind of like joined the Red Hood army or work along and live near the Red Hood army for protection, because they're a small goblin group, or they're smaller than the orcs and the giant, and I just wanted them to just be different, a different tribe, and it fits the Orc and Goblin kind of theme, which is like random different units fighting animosity, and it just epitomizes the Orcs and Goblins having different kind of units. You might not wonder why I didn't, paint the Night Goblins different, or the Orc Boys different, or the Forest Goblin Spiders, which are going to be a little different, but still, because I just wanted them to be cohesive, most of them, and then have one or two units that are different. So I don't know where I'm going with that, but I hope you get the idea that if you're an Orc and Goblin player, you would know, and if you read the book, you would know that it's kind of like chaos when it comes to Orc and Goblins. Like, they have different units fighting each other from animosity, and the Night Goblins come from the underground, so they're a bit different. The Forest Goblins come from the forest, they're a bit different. So just having this another tribe adds to that, Orc and Goblin fluff, I would say. And let me just show you this guy in the middle, the champion. You might notice he has a head there, and whether it be human, I don't know, or elf, or some other humanoid. It's probably human or elf. Anyways, I decided to make it elf because, as I discussed in my other video, I have this elf here, and I want to collect the elf army, wood elf army, but I'm going to make them desert elves instead. And I want them to be in conflict with the Orc and Goblins because they want to protect the nature in the desert, just like the wood elves want to protect Alpha Lauren. And my champion, goblins are naturally, they have this rule that they fear elves, and being the champion, he has to show example to his other goblin mates. So this champion has cut off a elf head, faces fear, and leads the unit. And that's a bit more fluff for you. So anyways, just another note, for these guys I didn't paint them assembly style. Like for the Night Goblins and my Orc Boys, I decided to just pick one color and paint it through all the Orc Boys, or all the Night Goblins, or the Forest Goblins. And this time I just took individual models and painted them, and then moved on to the next model. I started with this guy, and then I moved on to musician, then I moved on to the champion. And I'm kind of liking this. And for my goblins, I'm definitely going to paint them just one by one. And then I still have to base them, but anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching and bearing with my kind of tired speech. I'm quite tired today, so yeah, I might have to take a life card tomorrow, you know, and I'm gonna be quite busy tomorrow anyways. So thanks again for watching and joining me on my second half, I would say, of my Orc and Goblin project, and I'll vlog to you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, we'll see, and peace. Take care. Have a good night.